All right, again, this is Josh just reading um, government guidelines or conventional mortgage guidelines. I'm reading from Ask Polly. I'm with Churchill Mortgage. I'm very thankful for all that Churchill offers us. If you are looking you're looking to move companies and you'd like to find a good fit, you live in North Carolina, I would love for you to be on my team. Give me a call. Um, Again, I'm with Churchill Mortgage. Here's my clip. This is my what do you call this? My NMLS number, all of that stuff. But I'll end with that. But today we're going to talk about top lender questions on monthly debt obligations. Top lender questions on monthly debt obligations. A borrower's monthly debt obligations must be considered when underwriting a loan. To support our customers in underwriting requirements for the various types of monthly debt obligations, see the frequently asked questions below that are broken out. Okay, so let's look at this one first. Can I exclude the credit report mortgage payment history if my borrower is separated but not yet divorced? And the answer is it depends on the date of the court-ordered assignment of the debt. Prior to that date, the borrower would have liability to the creditor. After that date, the lender can disregard the borrower's payment history for that debt. Okay, does that make sense? So let's look at another one in that monthly debt obligation. I wanted to see here. What is required for child support or alimony obligations? When the borrower is required to pay alimony, child support, or separate maintenance payments under divorce decree, separation agreement, or any other written legal agreement, and those payments must continue to be made for more than 10 months, the payments must be considered as part of the borrower's recurring monthly debt obligations. However, voluntary payments do not need to be taken into consideration, and an exception is allowed for alimony. A copy of the divorce decree, separation agreement, court order, or equivalent documentation confirming the amount of the obligation must be obtained and retained in the loan file. Okay, so looks like if it's obligation, then you got to count it. If it's voluntary, they don't need to be taken into consideration, and an exception is allowed for alimony. That's a little bit unclear to me. I'm sure maybe somebody can answer this in the comments, but it sounds like voluntary child support might still need to be considered, but we can make an exception for alimony. I'm not sure. Not sure I'm clear on that. I think that would make sense, though, because child support really shouldn't be voluntary. It should be part of you should feel obligated even if you're not legally obligated. For alimony and separate maintenance of obligations, the lender has the option to reduce the qualifying income by the amount of the obligation in lieu of including it as a monthly payment in the calculation of the DTI ratio. In other words, you can reduce the qualifying income in lieu of including it as a monthly payment. In other words, that's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I don't think it matters. All right, so we have looked at two of those monthly debt obligation questions. In what situation may a divorce decree or separation agreement be required? In what situation may a divorce decree or separation agreement be required? A divorce decree, separation agreement, property settlement agreement may be required under the following circumstances: refinances to buy out an owner's interest, to document a limited cash-out transaction in which one owner is buying out the interest of another owner as a result of a divorce settlement. That's a time you would need it. Cash-out refinance transaction to document that the buyer was legally awarded the property, to support that a 6-month waiting period is not required. Okay, in other words, this is an opportunity when you can buy out the other partner with a cash-out refinance. Verification of income from alimony, child support, or separate maintenance agreement, to document the amount of the award, the period of time over which it will be received, and that it will continue to be paid for at least 3 years after the date of the mortgage application, as verified by a copy of a divorce decree or separation agreement, if the divorce is not final. If a borrower who is separated does not have a separation agreement that specifies alimony or child support payments, the lender should not consider any proposed or voluntary payments as income. Okay, here are extenuating circumstances. To confirm a significant derogatory event was due to an extenuating circumstance. You could use a divorce decree or separation to say, hey, the reason we missed those payments, 18 months ago or 6 months ago was because I was going through a divorce. Alimony, child support, separate maintenance payments. When the borrower is required to pay alimony, child support, separate maintenance agreements, you need those reports. Or court-ordered assignment of debt. In other words, if you're trying to show that this debt is no longer mine, a court-order assignment could be part of that separation agreement. I think we'll stop there, and there is me. Again, Churchill Mortgage, I'm thankful to have these tools and these resources. I'm sharing them with you. You may need a great place to come and work. If you're in North Carolina and you're a mortgage lender, a licensed loan originator, reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you about joining our team.